Hello students, welcome to Ekta's Science Education class. I am Ekta presenting here lesson number 5, Separation of Substances, part 2. Students, here we are going to learn about separating different substances. Now this is the third type that we are learning here, the separating insoluble solid from the liquid. Now what are insoluble solid? The solids which are not soluble in the given liquid are insoluble solids. The insoluble solids or solids that do not dissolve in a liquid can be separated from the liquid mixture by the different processes. Some of the processes are sedimentation, decantation, filtration, loading and centrifugation. So these are the 5 steps where insoluble solids can be separated by the liquids from the liquids. So the first one we will learn is the sedimentation process. I have already presented the video showing sedimentation, decantation process. You can do that activity at your home, which is very simple and easy to complete. The first one is the sedimentation. The process of settling down of an insoluble solid in a liquid at the bottom of the container is called the sedimentation. You can do the activity by watching the video given in my description box, where the soil particles are suspended in the water. After some time, let the particles settle down. The particles will settle down because of the gravity, as gravity always pull towards the heavy material down. So they will be settled down. And that particles which are brownish in color, they are the sediments. So what is the sedimentation? Actually, the sedimentation is the settling down of the heavy particles that are insoluble solid in the liquid. So that is a sedimentation process. You can see here water containing insoluble impurities, and after doing sedimentation process, the insoluble impurities will all settle down and we will get the clear water. So the process of settling down of an insoluble solid in a liquid at the bottom of the container or a pot, that is a sedimentation process. And the particles, impure particles that are called as a sediment, or that solid impurity substances are the sediments, and they will form the layer at the bottom of the liquid. The settling of the mud or the sand particles in the water is very common example which can be done at home also. The next process is the decantation. The process of separating out the clear liquid on the top, which we are getting here, the clear liquid in the sedimentation process can be decanted, can be taken away. The process of separating out the clear liquid on the top without disturbing the sediments, is called the decantation. This process is only possible when the solid in the liquid is insoluble in it, and it is only done after the sedimentation. ये कब हो सकता है? Sedimentation after only. The liquid obtained after the decantation is more clear than it was before. Whatever clear solution we are getting, we have to decant it. इसे कहते हैं decantation. Settling of the heavy particles is the sedimentation, and decanting it, that is the decantation. Next is the filtration process. The process in which a liquid is passed through a filter, paper or a piece of the equipment in order to remove the particle undissolved substances, that is a filtration. The clear liquid obtained, that is a filtrate, and the insoluble solid is a residue. Here this type of arrangement is needed. The process in which a liquid is passed through a filter paper, here the filter paper is fitted in this funnel. The insoluble solid left in the decanted liquid, which cannot be separated by even the decantation also, so that is filtered, and we will get more clear water than in the decantation process. We will get more pure liquid in the filtration process, as the decanted liquid is again filtered, so it will be more pure. The substances which cannot be separated by even decantation are passed through a sieve or a strainer or a filter paper in this filtration. This sieve or the strainer or the filter paper, it has a small pore and it acts as a filter. The clear liquid obtained is called the filtrate, and the insoluble solid particles, that are the residues. So muddy water can be filtered by placing folded filter paper in a funnel by pouring the muddy water through it while keeping on the steering. So this is how the filtration process is carried out. You can see this is a residue, brownish color, and this is a clear water, clear pure water, that is a filtrate. The clear solution collect in the container, it is collected, and the mud remains as a residue. The same process is used to separate tea leaves from the tea. We are drinking tea every day. The water filters we use in our household contain special types of filter which separate all possible insoluble impurities that have the different parts in it. So it is potable water. After doing filtration, that is the potable, that becomes the potable water. Next is the loading process. Now loading is what? Now sometimes the insoluble particles in the liquid are very fine and cannot be removed by decantation. So that particles can be made heavier so that they sediment quickly. The process of sedimentation of insoluble fine particles by making them heavier is called as a loading. So how they will become the heavy? The fine particles are made heavier by using alum. A solid, alum is a solid which is soluble in the water. The alum particles load the fine particles, due to which they form a sediment easily, and the liquid can then be cleaned and collected. So loading makes the process of sedimentation faster. It is making the loading process faster. It speed up. Alum, by using alum, the sedimentation process is speeds up. So loading is a process which speeds up the sedimentation. In fact, loading is a faster process as compared to sediment, as we are using the some kind of a catalyst which speed up the reaction, like alum is here. Again, the same kind of example is seen after the rain, as same loading process takes place with the dust particle when they are made heavier by the raindrops during rain. That is why the sky appears clearer after the rain. This is alum. Many of you have seen in your life, in your home. This is alum, and it speed up the loading, it speed up the sedimentation, it makes the particles heavier and let them settle down faster. Centrifugation, the fifth step is centrifugation. We are learning the separating insoluble solid from the liquid, wherein we learn sedimentation, decantation, filtration, loading, and the fifth one is the centrifugation. Now the centrifugation, it works on the principle of centrifugal force. So this centrifugation is working on the principle of centrifugal force. We know that what is the centrifugal force? A force arising from the body's inertia, which appears to act on a body moving in a circular path and is directed away from the center around which the body is moving. You can consider it's a very fast speeding up centrifugal force which act on a body's inertia. So the process, the method of separating lighter and heavier particles from the liquid mixture by rotating the liquid mixture in a machine in such a great speed, so that the contents, due to rotating, they will separate out, and it is the centrifugation. In this method, the centrifugal machines are used, and the heavier particles settle down and lighter particles remains on the top. Example, cream separating from the milk. The blood contains separated from the blood. Like we know that there are plasma, platelets, WBC, RBC, hemoglobin, all the contents are there. And for separating them, the centrifuge machine is used. This is a centrifuge machine. We can observe it in the pathology's labs so that we can separate the contents of the blood. This is the process how the test tubes are kept in this container. Here the gaps are there, the small holes are there to fix the test tubes, and they are, after the lid is closed, the test tubes are rotated with a very high speed, and the contents, after rotating on a high speed, they will separated and we get the contents. Now the next And last, fifth process is separating liquids from the liquids, or we can consider this is the fourth one. So separating liquids from the liquids. Now we know that there are two types of the liquids: miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. So here we are going to separate the liquids from the liquids. So liquids are of two types, miscible and immiscible liquid. So how we can separate the both of them? The first thing is that what is miscible liquid and what is immiscible liquid. Miscible means the liquid which can, or which are the two contents in such a liquid which can mix with each other in such a way that they cannot separate it. They are appear to be the one and the same, like water and milk, honey and milk. And the immiscible liquids which do not mix with the liquid, like oil in the water, kerosene in the water, petrol, diesel in the water, alcohol in water. These are the immiscible liquids. Now how the separation process happens? Like miscible liquids, all the miscible liquids are separated by distillation process. We have already learned what is distillation process and how the miscible liquids are separated. So for the distillation, the distillation flask and all the distillators are needed. The vapor continues into the condenser and it causes the temperature of the vapor to decrease and it transfers to gas to liquid, and the separation is achieved finally. So that is our distillate. So here the miscible liquids are separated by distillation process, while as the immiscible liquids, the liquids which are not mixing with the given liquid, that are the immiscible liquid. The two liquids can be separated by using separating funnel. So here in the immiscible liquid we can use the separating funnels, in which there is an opening and stopper at the bottom. The lower layer at the bottom of the apparatus and is collected in that beaker. The upper layer remains in the funnel. This is a separating funnel where you can see here is a stopper and the content are added here, like water and olive oil. Water and olive oil, they are the immiscible liquids. Olive oil will not mix with the water. So here they will form the separate layers. You can see same in here, the two different layers. The lower layer, obviously whatever the layer, immiscible layer, it will form the separate one and it will not mix with the water. So we can remove the water and the olive oil will remain in the remaining separating funnel. Same we can do with this different immiscible liquids to remove. First of all, with the help of this stopper we can remove the unwanted things, and whatever we need liquids, so that can be separated with this separating funnel. So this is all about the methods of separation, the methods of separating soluble solids, insoluble solids from the liquids, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, loading and centrifugation, and finally we learn the separation of liquid from the liquid, wherein we learn separation of miscible liquid by distillation and separation of immiscible liquid by using the separating funnel. And here it our separating funnel. This is a glass separating funnel where the stopper is given at the one end, and from here the liquid can be poured. So by this way we have done with this chapter. I hope you understood. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share the channel. Share knowledge, gain knowledge, keep learning. Goodbye. Thank you.